Shalom, guys. Welcome in. Welcome back. We're going to look at some element signs and see what's going on with everybody today. What is today's date? Today is August the 13th. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Happy anniversary if it's an anniversary. So we're gonna start out with fire energy first. Let me just say that I have freedom of speech and I have rights, and no one has a right to take my rights away nor yours. If you're standing in the truth, nobody has a right to come up in here and do things to you. And so I just like to say that for legal purposes, because I deal with a criminal on my platform. And so anyway, it is what it is, and I just fight right through it. I feel energy if you are new, and I will speak right out of that space. So just to let you know, somebody's trying to get their balance here on something. Anyway, fire energy was really, really strong on the general this morning. That Queen of Wands was in the reverse. Angry, foul, disgusting energy was coming out. But anyway, we dealing with that type of energy in the earth realm. People thinking that they can use you and abuse you and everything else. So anyway, let's look and see what's going on with fire energy. I normally use a lot of decks when I am reading for elements and stuff. Give me just a second. I just invite your presence here. I think that you're an all-consuming fire, and you are everything on this platform. You give me shakes and quakes. So you just begin to speak to the cross watcher or to the element sign itself. What do you want to bring out here, Yehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth? Oh yeah, I took four cards for each element sign. I have not looked at them. There's a Democrat energy connected to fire energy, or you're a Democrat. Whether you are or not, that's the overall energy. So the government is coming out around you all. Let's see. Show me Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or the cross watcher. What do they need to know about this government energy? There's a narcissist. Okay, so there's a Democratic narcissist out here around fire connections. That ain't good. This says this is somebody who is very egotistical. They're real fragile though, but they will walk all over everybody's head out here. So let them go ahead and do whatever they feel like they got to do. Show me fire energy. We have communications are coming out. Okay, well, this communication, folks, is dangerous because you're dealing with a narcissist. Fire energy connections. Something's been recorded out here around something with this energy, but there's a narcissist around it, folks. Show me fire connections. What else do they need to know? We have a confusion going on somebody with this connection, okay, with the communication with you all, because you're dealing with the narcissist. You're dealing with somebody who will walk all over you to try to get their way in something, folks. And so if they're confusing communication, they're doing it on purpose. Maybe you have to do something on purpose too to keep this narcissist away, whatever that means for you. But you got government around this. If that's a legal document of something's been recorded out here then around this matter for fire connection. So there is the official person. It is showing, okay, that some type of democratic energy is around. Whether you are a Democrat or not, there's somebody who is a narcissist around this energy. Okay? Around confusing communication of some sort. Somebody sets up in a position somewhere. Okay? And God will allow you to get them all mixed up on some stuff that they're doing illegally on you as well. Show me more information. You don't have a right. You have a right to take somebody's rights away, to do some nonsense. I talked about that. Those of you who are YouTube creators, it is a proven fact on my platform that somebody in the Democratic Party, God's going to tell it here on this platform. Jehovah's going to tell it, and he ain't going to lie. He's going to expose every fool that thinks that they set up in an official place, folks, to do stuff on platforms that are being recorded. This is a recorded energy out here of some sort, whatever it is for you. But it's been a proven fact on my platform that somebody in a high position just thinks that they can just come up in here and then reroute things for their own money's sake. Okay? And they're a narcissist. Underneath this narcissist is karmic energy, folks. Haters, third parties, things like that are coming out for you all. Okay? There's nothing too difficult for God. This narcissist ain't God. They think they are. They think they're the king of something out here because it's showing them walking all over everybody. They don't give a rip. They think there's some big shot out here, and they're not. They're going to go to jail. They don't think so, but they're going to. God will meet them the same way. Show me fire connections. It's ridiculous. Or somebody's, or this is somebody's connection that they know, that they want to do something out here around some type of a recorded documentation of some sort, whatever that is for you. Something legal is out here going on illegally. Okay? Or somebody, whatever. There's just a legal matter going on out here. So a union is out here. Okay, well, somebody was confusing union stuff with that Queen of Wands today. She was actually, for some people's case, that was a he, she. Dressing up like a female. It was really a male there in that reading. They were a pervert. Confusion can trace this back to perverted energy with God as well, but it did show up as a pervert. So, an alone time. Somebody wants to get alone with somebody, okay? But it really is a lie. We know for some people's cases, it's a lie. Somebody's very confused. It's very intense around fire energy because that Queen of Wands was in the reverse. Whoever's not in the upright in that energy, it's just whoever that party is, they were explosive. They were trying to do stuff. There was child trafficking and everything else there, folks. If they are confusing something, for those of you who have children, a nephew came out and foster care energy came out in that reading. You better pay attention to somebody's words, their actions, what they're saying. If they're acting like they're confused, they're doing something on purpose out here. Let's get into the tarot. Yehovah, what does fire connections or the cross watcher need to know? Any person that's upright need to know about whoever the wicked, nasty party is. Thank you. Blocking energy. Okay, they are trying. Before I got started, it came out 2 different times. Came out that somebody was tired of waiting on somebody that was trying to get something done. So somebody is up in here wanting somebody to do something. They're tired of waiting. They're waiting on you to do something. They're a narcissist. You're fixing to get mixed up with somebody who's probably going to turn right around and stab you right in the back, or as soon as it happens, because it showed in the general today. They don't give a rip about you. They don't. They're standing up in front of the nation even and confusing their conversation, saying get into unity with me so that I can be up in here and be a big shot on some crap. But it's showing this is the person, the narcissist. And it's specifically saying Democrat. 7 of Wands is you and I standing up by the power of the living God, regardless of what is being thrown at us, and still getting a victory. This narcissist has nothing on God's people. They're going to get cracked and oozed all over the place, and people are going to see what they are. Okay? There were a bunch of contracts that were around something. So the Queen of Swords is coming out. This is speaking your ground in the upright. Okay? The truth. Matter of fact, that's just that. I'm not confused, but she in the reverse is a psychopath in her energy. 7 of Swords was underneath that. Well, she was there with the fire energy this morning, so whoever was who in some nonsense. 7 of Swords is a lying sack of crap because it's all over this reading. Some of y'all, this is your ex that you're dealing with. Going somewhere real fast, communicating. Hey, do this secret physical exchange here, even sexually, because it was all perverted this morning. Nasty stuff. This person's had bestiality. We know it because God said so. And so this is a creep. And again, blocking somebody from going somewhere with your kids, folks. Or going somewhere with somebody out here making you think that, hey, come and be in a union and come do something with me and let's have an alone time here. It's all a lie in this reading, folks. It's all a lie in this reading. Underneath that union card is the locked heart card, meaning that there's missing pieces to some things in their communication because it's being confused, okay? Because they're under an intense situation out here. This card also says that they are detached. They are, because they're nothing but a liar. Queen of Swords in the reverse is a very detached psychopath. Somebody don't care about you, or you don't care either, and you shouldn't for this crap. Show me more information out here. We're going to take a look at this communication here in just a second, what they're saying, because it's here. So checking some communication out, it's very important. There's the King of Wands. So whoever's not in the upright of this energy, people need to check some things out, okay, on this Democratic Party or whatever the crap this is about. Show me this communication. They're plotting something, folks. So, hey, let's get together. Let's go somewhere. They're making it look real good, like you're getting lucky with something, but no, you're not. Not if you get into union with whatever they want you to shake hands on, folks. This money's been stolen from, or they want to steal things, okay? And confuse communication, specifically on apps, folks. It is a big deal. And again, you going somewhere, we're looking at, it's the same energy. This is a communication card, but it's also going somewhere real fast. This is, hey, let's have a meeting, let's go somewhere. They act like they are the same as you, but they're not. They're real passionate out here, that King of Wands being out here. Air will fuel fire as well. So there's something gonna, if you don't give them what they want, this is probably going to take place. You need pushback. You need pushback. We don't have to put up with crazies. Okay? There's the confusion right there. Well, they are confused because they're crazy. Because they're crazy. So this is something being discovered, and God's letting you discover something, folks, with these freaks that'll look right in your face and make you think that I really do like you, and they're liars. I don't let nobody close to me no more. I'm truthful and respectful, but I'm not going to let you get close to me. I just don't let nobody get close to me no more. Okay? So the respect came out in the reverse. They don't respect nothing. They're stepping all over people's heads down here. They're nothing but a karmic piece of nutcase, lost their mind, and filthy. Anyway, a military connection is being called out here as well. Well, we have an official person, so that's big stuff. Show me more information for fire connections. A record, a documentation. It's right here. It's right here. Okay? A military documentation is around something. Somebody has confused something with that. Something about being married. Texas specifically. A fugitive is around some nonsense, and PayPal connections. Again, that money. So this is hitting home. There's the travel right here. Somebody is traveling somewhere. So if you are new, I've had energies come out real strong. There is an official person who is allowing a murderer to travel. Okay? Or maybe even a couple people. Travel. Because there's some type of a connection to this individual. They're illegal out here. Okay? Because they're in some type of organization, same as them or whatever, they have taken their power and they have abused it in some nonsense going on. So those of you who follow the channel, we've had that energy real strong on platform. It's showing out here. Okay? And so anyway, somebody's stupid out here. They really don't respect the person even that they're using, because it showed them pouring that cup out as soon as you say, okay, I'll let you do it again or whatever. They don't give a rip about you. I don't know why these people don't get put in jail, but God's going to kill them. If they're either going to Texas or they're from Texas. Or again, if this is your ex, the married energy is out here. And if this is your ex and you got exes from Texas, all your exes live in Texas and something like that's out here. This is what's around you all. You need to really pay attention to somebody's communication. Show me fire connections. The in-laws are involved in this matter with you all. You're really going to tell it, aren't you? Good. I'm glad. Someone tall is coming out. This is about killing, boring a hole and killing somebody, folks. There's a fugitive out here. This is a freak and a murderer, and somebody up in the government is just as guilty as this person. They're helping this person, the animal. Again, and there's the split personalities. They're a mental case. Again, because confusion's all around this individual. Because we know they did bestiality. And God said that makes somebody go crazy. God said any person that lays down with an animal, and the animal was in the back, in the reverse this morning, God said they must die. They must flip and die. They don't want this person to die. Something stupid's going on with this. Something stupid going on with this. Anyway, a bigamist is also here. Jumped on that narcissist. Okay, well, anyway, this person will sleep with anybody and anything, animals, people, sign contracts, confuse communication, go murder people from city to city and town to town. This is a freak. This person might have somebody's information for military as well, or it's somebody connected with government who's in the military is also allowing some crap to go on. This is dangerous reading, man. This is a dangerous flipping reading. Somebody better put this freaking fool down. If you're in-law, they're your in-law as well. Anyway, someone tall specifically for others of you are out here. Let me take your last message. We bind this energy to the pit of hell. Jehovah, you get the last say, not some demonized freakazoid. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. This has been probably over a jealous situation. This is somebody who's interested in something too, but somebody wants to, they're interested in being some fake. Don't give a rip. I just want to walk on people's heads. I want people to think that I'm in control of anybody and everything, and I want to suck your energy away, and I don't give a rip about you because I don't give a rip about myself because I'm a karmic piece of nutcase freak is what this ditch is. This is somebody who's interested too, and sorry, you can't be interested in other people's platforms, monies, accounts. Sorry, not sorry. Go to hell, fool. This, the other one is a military rune that did come out. So military is behind some stuff out here that's going on with your connections. It's also making some type of a progress out here because God's going to get less in some stuff. The J and the U and the N, somebody's name could be June or something in the month of June could have been here attached to something that's went on, or somebody's name is June, John, Jen, Jan, Joan is also coming through with these letters. Jack, there's a K out here as well. Jake, a Jock could be out here. Somebody's name could be Dick or Richard. The D goes back to the Emperor card as well. Any of these letters that are coming out are connected to something for water, or excuse me, for fire connections. You could be dealing with that actual water energy as well. Just wanted to come out that way, whether upright party for some people or not. All right, folks. Fire connections, you really need to open your eyes, or somebody's trying to do something around you, okay? They're a murderer. You give in to this freak, you're in danger. Give me just a second to get these cards picked up. We'll go to the next set of people here. Okay. All right, earth signs, welcome in, or the cross watcher. Your word is, he that spares his rod hates his child, but he that loves him will chastise him betimes. You got children situations out here, and we do, whether they're in-law children, your regular children, foster children, because all that was out. Somebody's got somebody's child is connected to some earth energy connection. You could be a bystander to somebody's child that's done something to you, and you need some justice as well. Somebody lets their kid just do whatever they want. Things gonna bite you in the butt, especially if you're somebody setting up. If that fire sign reading that I just did has a connection to somebody setting up in a hot place, and their kid has done a heinous crime somewhere, and they're allowing people to get up in here and allowing them to travel and to try to get away with something because they're a murderer. God's going to kill your kid. Your kid's a wicked seed in the earth, and so are you for allowing your kid to do whatever they think that they can do, or whatever. You understand what I mean? I'm feeling some big time energy out here. Really, really big energy. Show me earth. Get your kids under control, people. I don't care who you are and where you sit. Get your kids under control. It's coming through just that way. A confusing energy is out here around some nonsense that is going on. It was really strong in the fire reading. Really strong. If you are protected of God, he said he will keep you in the pavilion. His wings will cover you, and the creeps can go and try to figure out what they want to do. There's a heinous plot out here to do something sexual to somebody when that card comes out, and we've already proven why it's there. I'm not going to break it down today. So some of y'all do have somebody heinous around trying to do some crap. Look, underneath this, I noticed because that was in the fire reading. This is up underneath this. Confusing the conversation is still here. Some Democrat is attached to this, sets up in a place, doing some nonsense. They need to be yanked out of their place. Cupid, it's a lie. It's a lie because there's confusing energy around this nonsense. It was just showing somebody wanting to get alone with somebody, and there's nothing but a murderer there attached to it with the narcissist. God's going to meet this person the same way they meet everybody else, folks. So there's the child. Speak on, Jehovah. Somebody thinks that their kid can just do whatever they want. You don't love this kid. Not if you don't stay on them and correct them. The bad parent out here. A really bad parent out here. Attached to something that's gone real wrong. That cards coming through that came through a couple weeks ago, that somebody thinks that their kid don't have to pay a price because it makes them look bad. Okay, and this is somebody up in some place. Their kid has done something, and they don't give a rip about the kid. They've already crossed the line, and they're allowing this kid. There's some type of fugitive is attached to this stuff out here. Boy, the energy is really, really strong. I'm having a hard time speaking. Show me earth connections. Show me earth connections. Being sneaky. Okay, they are being sneaky on apps and phone calls and fake profiles and confusing the communication and trying to do some stuff, and so we're gonna meet you the same way. We're gonna have one up on you. And you're going to be met the same way, because you don't have a right to get up in here and be illegal on somebody else's things. You're no star. You're a creep is what you are. And I'm talking to the fool, folks. This is, I don't know. It's crazy. The window in the reverse. How often is the candle of the wicked put out? Your eyes are the window of our soul, and somebody's window is put out. That came out 3 days ago, that somebody wicked was there. Okay, so anyway, somebody can't see, or maybe you're dealing with somebody who's just blind in general as well. The gift card is underneath that. So somebody's trying to give gifts, and they're being sneaky in their communication out here and confusing crap on purpose, trying to get away with something. Somebody's kid is involved in some stuff. Some of y'all need to really pay attention to your kids and talk to them. Show me earth connections. For some of you all, this is a full-grown adult that never was corrected by their parent, and that's why they are a narcissist. They're confused in their mind. They got mental problems really bad. Show me earth. So longing to heal something is out here. Okay, well, if you can heal something, then fine. It's emotional, emotions and waves and everything else, and somebody is masked. It's because they're flipping trapped in some crap out here, folks. It's going on. If you've got to confuse some stuff, something's going on with it. Something's too emotional for somebody to put their kid in order. Because for somebody's kid, they deserve an execution for the crap that they've done. And so it's so emotional, but you don't really love your kid if you ain't going to make them face something that they've done on a crime, folks. This was a heinous plot out here that was done sexually to somebody, is what it's showing me. We had child trafficking come out this morning, so there's kid energy out here as well. And if somebody, thank you, Mosai is telling me that if you don't ever do anything with your kid, and you're some type of wicked person out here, but you think you love your family or whatever, God's going to flip something out on your family, and something's going to take place with your kid. Stupidness. There's the manipulator right there that sets up in a place that is known. That's an official person card. That somebody got all that they think that they have all that they need to be some wicked, perverted piece of nutcase. To be sneaky on something. Somebody's kid is involved in some nonsense, being sneaky and doing crap on devices, folks. And this person is an official person, and they don't think their kid has to pay the price because it makes them look bad. Your kid's going to flip and die because they're a murderer. They're doing stuff for money. Look, all that money was there. It is. And there's the communication underneath that is what is telling it. It is telling it. Well, anyway, your kid's wicked, and so are you. And you deserve to die right along with them because they're a fugitive already. The letter A is out here. Stupidness. They don't even care. They don't care. They don't care. They didn't want to take a cup from God to do something upright. They sit here and pout, or something stupid's going on with this bull crap. Okay? This is about being giving, because that other pentacle is here, or the stupid bribe that came out this morning. And somebody's really trying to pour on this little Cupid nonsense in some bull crap. And somebody needs to reject this fool. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're the military person. I don't care who they are. Look, when this is in the reverse, that's a maladministration card. Because it's out here, folks. It's out here. And God is addressing that this person, they don't care. They let their kid do anything. Because they think they set up in a place, and my kids can do anything. I'll take you to jail for it, but my kid won't go to jail for it. That's exactly what's going on out here. And they're a heinous piece of nutcase. So this is a reconciling energy. There's a word out here in the pictograph goes to begging, begging, begging. We had that other card that came out of the deck this morning about these contracts kept coming out. And somebody was trying to negotiate, and the word begging was on that as well. Okay? They try to come back around, folks, and they don't give a rip about you. All they want is what they want, and as soon as they get what they want, they may stab you. If this is an IT worker, this is checking things out. IT workers here, IT workers here. And we know that people are coming back, being sneaky to return, to reconcile, because it says they're longing to heal. Was just out here healing, longing to heal something, but it's a lie. Because they're masked. It's telling it, folks. It really is telling it. And as soon as you get up in here and get that little stupid twitch on some kid nasty thing, and you go, okay, I'll do it. And they go, oh, thank you. Kiss you on the cheek, and you turn back to your desk. They put a rope around you or stab you in the back. That was dumb on their part for giving in to some freak out here. Something like that. You're dealing with a kook, folks. You deal with kooks. At the top. Anyway, there is a little spy here. Somebody better check something out around somebody's kid. Especially those of you at the sound of my voice that work up in governmental places. It's a Democratic Party's child that's doing some crap out here. They need to be bent. Show me, somebody's name could be Ann out here, or Anna. could be ran back into itself, or the A and the NA connections. Show me more information out here in the hidden space for earth connections. So the love in the reverse. So this locket's in the reverse because somebody is not interested in this, or because somebody wasn't interested in something, somebody started being some type of manipulative piece of nutcase. Okay? Obviously, this is what this person does. Somebody, I don't know, stupid out here around some stuff. In the hidden space, there's maybe jewelry in the reverse, because jewelry showed itself this morning. A discovery of this healing or reconciling is out here. There's the kid again. Okay, if a kid is also trying to come back to a parent because they sit somewhere, then somebody's using their own parent as well. I mean, obviously it's out here. You're going to let them do whatever they want to do. You really hate this kid because it makes you look bad. I guess it's still what it's showing out here, folks. Something's been discovered out here, or they don't want something discovered. That's why they're concealing this crap. So the ring, there's jewelry out here. That ring was in that other deck this morning. Boy, there's the energy here. I'm really having a hard time speaking. This energy is like intense on the inside of me. Because it's intense on this freak. Because the narcissists don't want to be found out on some crap that they've already done. They want to walk on your head, but they can't handle when somebody walks on theirs. This dangerous. Something very dangerous is out here. If the hospital came out this morning, this is also a surgery card. This is also a doctor card. Sorcery. They're into sorcery. They probably take real heavy medications. Why don't you just go smoke some cannabis? It's a seed-bearing plant, okay? God gave it to us. And I don't care what people think about me. I can find it in the scripture. You got man-made sorcery out here, okay? Go smoke a joint, relax, and pray to God and get a revelation of something. Your higher mind's out here. But you got people in really hardcore pills that they're popping, doing nonsense. It's illegal for you to sit up in here and do crazy, stupid nonsense. I don't know. This is dangerous, folks. This is dangerous. You getting mixed up with this, with somebody's husband could be out here with this card. It's the sperm. Sexual stuff is out here. Something very dangerous. Somebody ain't really in love with somebody. They just need to use and suck off of people. It's all that's out here. Something going to be right up in somebody's face. Thinking from the heart, the seat of passion, or somebody's heart organ. Okay, well, if you see a doctor, that's just connections out here saying, I'm sorry about some stuff. It's a lie, folks. It's absolutely a freaking lie out here. Come on, Jehovah, begin to speak. What do they need to know? Yeah. A bigamist also came out in the fire reading, and an animal is there. Okay? Also, we're dealing with artificial intelligence and people altering the communication and things that I talked about on the general this morning. Somebody's kid's mixed up in this crap with it. Or they've learned from their parent how to do things on technology. And somebody needs to bust this kid's butt. Or get him in jail or something. At the bottom of the deck, it says somebody's hand's going to be forced. You better force your kid. It says charged. They deserve to be charged out here. They're also charging things on people's phone for money. Because it shows it up underneath here with this kid. Because PayPal came out in the fire connection. Something being found. Oh, it shows so. Where's that other? It's right here. This is discovering something. Something that came out today in the general. Okay, well, somebody is going to find something. They're going to get charged. Thank you, Yehovah. Thank you. It's going to be real emotional on this person because the narcissist, they don't think they're ever going to get caught on some stuff. But they are. You just can't be crazy like this on another person's life and think that that's okay. Or let some fugitive travel because they're your kid and it makes you look bad. Or it's going to make you look bad anyway because God's going to put something right up in people's face. We don't get away with anything. Why don't you just be an open book? Somebody needs to ask you a question. I mean, you don't have to tell everything that you do in life. Of course, you got your own private stuff, but as long as you're upright in your heart and you're truthful and you ain't breaking the way of God, nobody has anything on you and I that way when we walk in the truth, folks. I don't care what people think about me. I live before God. Anything I do, I ask God, is it okay if I do this? If I can find it in his scripture, and he might say, yeah, it's okay, but it's the wrong timing of something. I just don't ask man for crap on my life because it's excrement when you do. He says it's cursed when you lean on the arm of the flesh. If somebody's kid expects the arm of the flesh to do something, then they're cursed out here. Ain't got the answer to no one but Jehovah. Witches. Okay, again, sorcery is out here, man. There's probably some really heavy drugs going on out here. Okay, witches are coming out, and God says that Jehovah says, suffer not a witch to live. This person needs to die. Okay? Chilly connections could be out here. And there is hope, so just trust. We will trust you, Jehovah. We absolutely will trust you. What's Earth's last message? Something could be found in a journal that's being written down with this communication. Somebody could have written down something on purpose to confuse something in a letter or in something. I'm also getting, somebody made somebody write or sign something as a forcing somebody to do something is what's really strong right now coming through. It was a headship. Abused their power and made somebody sign something, write something like that is coming through. It's going to come out. Everything in the hidden is going to come out, folks. Okay, we have the Urus, which is the military rune, and the word military came out in the fire reading. This is about making some type of progress, because somebody is finding something today. There is hope to just trust. Somebody's hand's going to be forced in the matter and be charged in something that's going on out here, folks. They're not going to get away with this bullcrap. They're not. The UN, somebody could be from the UN. But this is making progress. In the negative part of this is somebody's not deserving of crap out here. They're going to go to jail. It's a bad luck rune in the reverse. We also have the Laguz. This is watery energy out here. This is complicated. This is an embarrassment rune. Yes, and somebody don't think that they don't have to get their kid in order, but somebody's going to get your kid in order, whether you're going to do it or not. And God's going to let you sit there and look like a stupid fool if you won't fix something or can't fix something. You're a witch. Some witches are out here. Somebody got more than one spouse out here doing some crap as well. Or that's your ex showing up. It showed up in the fire reading. The letter L came out. Stormy on somebody. And the Raito, the letter R, you are going to be removed. This is being forced. Somebody finding some stuff out here. Okay? And if somebody in the Republican side of things coming out for the R, then fine. We definitely had a Democrat energy come out in the fire reading. But whoever's removing a situation, they're going to go to jail for illegal stuff going on phones and platforms and giving people's information out and acting like they are somebody that they're not. And you're going to cooperate. Also, something's taking place with the vehicle because that vehicle kept coming out in the reverse. This is the ride, okay? Or it also sounds like the radio, the raito. So the radio, we had the star there this morning as well. The word run, R-U-N. Somebody could like to run, like at the park or something like that for a clue. Being a runner, or the R-N is also here. We do have that hospital energy that's also out here. And the letter L, the letter A, and the N also came out in the other card. The K and the J are also out here in this reading. All right, give me just a second. We deal with low vibrational, animalistic people, folks. We really, really are. I'll tell you a secret. I don't care what you feel about it or not, but I get great revelation when I have smoked to relax and the Spirit of the living God just give me so much revelation and scripture. And I've shared many of those things on this platform. And God-given medicine in the earth that grows right from the earth, I take that any day than to pop a pill. The only pill I pop is an aspirin every once in a while. Other than that, I just use the Word of God always. And I like smoking marijuana. Don't care what you think about me. I just don't. I've always talked about it on my platforms. That sorcery's talked about in the scripture. Man-made stuff is cursed stuff, man. God gave us healing leaves and herbs for healing. Food, specific foods that we could eat, but people don't want you and I to eat organic food. They want you and I to eat GMO foods because they want to control people and keep them sick and stuff like that. God gave us everything out of the earth itself to find healing and relaxation and things like that. Essential oils and things like that. Love that stuff. That stuff comes from God. Natural stuff. People don't want to be natural anymore. They want to be like robots and controlled by man. That's stupidness. I just don't have time for it. I don't know. I just live before God. I encourage you to live before God and work out your own salvation. Obviously, you don't want to do something if you know that, what did I do with that? If you know somebody will be offended, okay, and you absolutely know, then you wouldn't want to do something around a person just to be offending somebody and go, well, I don't care. But this is my platform, and I have freedom of speech and I have rights to share my heart here. If I'm talking with you face to face, and I'm not just going to intrude on your space, unless we're in some type of a conversation and there's questions being asked, then I will open up that way about things. But if I want to talk my truth here, it's my right to talk my truth in my mind here about who I am. Somebody wants to control people. And I'm tired of people trying to control people. Give me just a second here. Most High, show me water connections here. Let's go to water. Somebody, I rebuke the spirit of confusion right here, right now. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I condemn every tongue that has risen up against me and my brothers and sisters all over the earth realm. You'll shut up and you will sit down right now, you demonized piece of fool. I feel a spirit trying to confuse stuff. No. Just because you're confused, I ain't going to be confused. It's water signs that says to have respect of persons is not good. Even for a piece of bread, that man will transgress. Okay, so somebody's, because your title, okay, I'll do this because of who you are. Okay, well, somebody's doing that because that's my kid. I might put you in jail, but my kid won't go to jail. And that's having respect. God ain't even respect of persons. He expects us all to show up upright. So you're being warned. If you're going to have a respect of persons, you're going to fall for the tiniest little piece of bread and something that's going on out here. Show me water connections. Thank you for your shield. Show me water connections. The snake, or you're a snake. I don't know why, but when I read for water, this energy appears a lot. A lot in the water energy connections. Somebody poisonous out here, folks. Again, somebody's trying to tempt somebody, and somebody in your connection is being warned about being biased. You're fixing to get bit, I guess. The letter Q appears on that snake. A tree. Okay? Well, the snake's in the tree. There's death underneath this if you get into a commitment with it. Those are the cards underneath these initial cards. This could be somebody out of your house as well. There's death attached to this thing. Show me water connections. Look, at the end of sin is a big fat stinger, folks. There's death around you, or somebody's trying to do something to get you to be biased on something. They try and do it with you, for you, against you, or you're going to bend somebody for something that they've done. The fugitive came out in the fire reading, so that you're dealing with the killer out here. Somebody is. Okay? There's the lovers. We know they have STDs because God said so. They sleep with everybody, unprotected sex. This is poisonous. The death house goes to your genitals. Okay? It's making choices. You better add something together here, folks, because somebody's trying to get you to do something out here. There's the message of concern. You should be. Should be concerned. Show me water. Show me water. There's a real serious energy in this room. Somebody wearing a poker face. They could be an actual gambler. Okay? They have a poker face on. They're going to take a risk out here, it says. It says they're not really showing their feelings. They're going to roll the dice. Okay, you go right on ahead. You better add something up. You better be very concerned about this communication out here, folks. Because this love thing is going to kill you and poison you. There's somebody setting up in a position attached to all this nonsense. Their kid is attached to it. Okay? They are trapped. Or you're going to be trapped. And when you die, somebody's being trapped in that other realm. The coffin is here, folks. It comes with death and a transgression, even for just a little piece of bread. Now, this is serious. Whoever I'm talking to, whether you're the water sign or not, this is serious. I don't care if the freak is trapped. They don't care to use you, or then to kill you after they get what they want. It said they're stuck. They're in a mental prison. Okay, captive energy. Good. The Most High said that if you're upright and you belong to Him, He said those who put you in captivity, that they're going to go into captivity. Those who consume you, they're going to be consumed. They're going to reap what they sow. Show me water, Yehovah. This person's a lost cause. Your soulmates are out, or the tree is out here, and there's karmics, or this is around your soulmates. Karmics are out here. There's third-party haters. Okay, it could be because somebody's like this. Somebody's crazy out here. Somebody crazy out here. Okay, so they either around your soul. There's family right there. The next card. Okay, well, anyway, whoever's who, it either is your family or they're around your family or was, and now they're stuck in something that they've done. There's concern out here around you all. Or whoever who is trying to get their little way because they're trapped. They don't know how to show their real face because they're a narcissist. Crazy. Okay, a friendship. Okay, somebody's friendship around soulmates. Or a third-party hater, karmic nonsense. They've done something, got themselves trapped, and they need your sex to get them whatever your connection is on the situation. They need you to get into unity with something out here. Somebody really ain't somebody's friend out here, folks. All right, let's get into this reading. What do they need to know about it? Yehovah. Give them precise messages. Let it come out for water connections. Yes, this person's a crazy. They're cruel. There's a soulmate card right there with the Six of Cups. Your ex could be here as well. There is something illegal going on. The courthouse is also here. Maybe somebody works for the courthouse. But that document still indirectly showing itself here. Somebody reading a document. That piece of paper card was just in the Fire and the Earth reading. It was there. Okay? This is cruelty. This is a crazy maniac, folks. They're a fugitive. They're poisonous. They're crazy. They can't sleep because they can't look. The confusion everywhere. It really is. They confused. Well, they're this house goes to poisons, folks. This thing is unto death. Interesting. Wow, you always really going to tell it. Up underneath this is the little pop-up little lever. They don't love you. They don't love somebody out here. But anyway, somebody needs you to be biased for them. They need you to take that little piece of crumb. It's a Canaanite energy. They're a dog. Somebody's marriage is out. Somebody's got a bigamist energy, or it is your ex connected with this thing. Okay, a marriage situation. If somebody's confused about marrying somebody, then you better say no until you absolutely know that God sent that person for you to get into this unity with, because somebody really ain't in unity somewhere. Two of Pentacles. Get in your balance, making this decision. What are you going to do? Because the Emperor, there's the Emperor. Look, those of you who follow the channel for so long, this is DoorDash. The pictograph here is the pictograph of a door, and this is a dasher. We've got the rider here, and they're also called a rider. Shatarabahai. That's incredible. That's incredible. Anyway, you hope can tell it. I'm just amazed at him. But somebody in the Democratic Party is here because it came out in the fire reading. They could be an actual Aries, don't have to be any, but the fire energy is showing up in here. Death is up underneath this. This word in the pictograph language is bloodshed. It's here. You should be concerned about going on a trip and loving somebody because they don't really love somebody. They're a murderer. And somebody's sitting up in a high place, whether that's their kid or not, because that fugitive was there. Again, this house goes back to sex. The Emperor can have a meaning in the pictograph language of the womb, even though technically we would think that it would be the Empress energy. But the door, the Dalit, represents the womb when you're reading about it in scripture. And so again, sex is out here because the man goes inside the woman. But somebody's parent is not, I don't know, or never did correct their child, and they just in and out playing people all the time on some crap. And so to have some type of respected person because you're connected somewhere here is going to kill somebody in a really bad way. Your soulmates are all out here with these haters, these karmics. And again, secret physical exchange with me. The 8 appears. 8, 8, 8. The number 8 is very significant. There's secrets out here around this thing. It's anyways going to kill somebody. Show me what's in the hidden space, please. If you're going to open up to this, you better make it the best sex ever, because once you wake up in hell, those demons are going to rape you for all eternity. I talked about those girls that died, and both of them, they didn't even know each other, and they both had similar stories, how they were sex maniacs. That's all they did, hopped up and did sexual nonsense, and they died. One of them had such karmic activity come back upon them, because karmic energy is here. Because of they were just hungry for sex all the time. They not only died, but they had a reaping and sowing that they lost their limbs. One of those girls lost limbs. Okay? And sin wants to consume you folks. Because they consumed everybody sexually. Their natural fingers and stuff got consumed off of them. The stuff is serious, folks. And what we do. If you don't put God first and somebody thinks I can just come up in here and play you, this got consequences to it, folks. And anyway, they both went to hell, and these hairy, big, beastie demons raped them over and over and over. They said they would scream out, and then God just entered in and said, I'm going to send you back. I don't remember how many minutes they died, but they both had the same experience. And they both said that they all they did was sleep around with everybody. The Lovers is here. Somebody dealing with an energy that way. And eternity is on the brink of happening for somebody out here for being biased to a situation. You're going to end up in hell, and you ain't ever going to get out of that place, because that's what you're choosing. I guess that's what you choose. Just because something's a burden on you to do what's right. What's more of a burden? Being trapped in that other dimension. Shouldn't it be? I mean, I don't know. Do what you want, though. You better make it the best sex ever. And then the rest of the sex is going to be nothing but demonized in hell for you. Because the grave is all over this reading. There's the dog. Somebody's friends out here trying to protect something. Now, anyway, they're not really your friend. The Lily's card in the reverse. This is about making peace, but it's not, because that I'm sorry was just in the Earth reading. It was all a lie. Somebody was going to get forced to be charged to go to jail, because whether they think so or not, people are going to go to jail for some stuff. Okay? This is also a sexuality card. The word animal just came out, and we know this person has had sex with an animal, folks. They're crazy out here. That's why all this confusion keeps coming out today. Somebody's nuts, because I don't know how anybody could look at their animal and go, ooh, baby, baby. That's crazy. But somebody has done that nonsense. Somebody's friends around this stuff. This friendship ain't really a friendship. They're not. There's the ring. There's the contract that's around the bull crap that they've done, or that they want you to do. Show me water. If this don't prove to you that God's trying to get your attention to, hey, you need to pay attention to somebody around you is trying to pull on you to do something, and you just go ahead and let them play, then you really are stupid, and you deserve to sit there like this anyway, I guess. You should be concerned about your friend or something. If you are an upright little friend, somebody's a third party around somebody out here in this reading. Show me water. What kind of words do you want to bring out, Jehovah? Please save a soul. It's safe for somebody to love. So I think it was a fire reading. Somebody was interested too. And somebody's just done just the most craziest thing around some stupid thing. Jealousy, I guess. Whatever. All they're interested in is probably just the money. I don't know. A Cancer is out here being called out. There's the choking. There's death all over your reading. I just stated in the Earth sign, somebody's trying to get somebody to do something on electronics, and as soon as you say, okay, I'll do it for the sex, and you turn back around to your desk and think that you gave them their way, and then they're going to put a rope around you and just choke you. And because they don't give a rip at you. This is air. This cruelty energy out here. Whatever. Do what you want. Somebody who's a donor. Somebody could be trying to kill somebody because they want their body part. I mean, we live in a crazy world, folks. We really, really do. Anyway, somebody's listening to something. Look, the pet store is out here. And the doggy came out in this reading. Could work for a pet store. I mean, it's out here. You interpret it. Something that's taken a long time is finally going to come to an end. Good. This person's going to get charged. Last messages for water. I'll take a rune for you all. There's the bigamist. Somebody is married to, it keeps coming out, or again, it's your ex. It's here. Somebody's friend, for some of y'all, is married to your spouse too. There's a bigamist that keeps jumping out of the deck. A cook is here. Charged is here. Anyway, there's the animal again, did come out again, and somebody's hand is going to be forced. Okay, there's the spy. It was showing itself as well. And there's the I'm sorry at the top of the deck. Okay, anyway, that I'm sorry is in the reverse. It's about making peace. It's really not. You cannot make peace with somebody who's done bestiality when God says they must die. That's an illusion. They're never forgiven from God for that stuff. This is a freak. This is a Nephilim. This is a monster. They can't heal. They'll never be able to heal. According to God. They've crossed the line. That's blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. The literal breath that is inside of you and I. They have blasphemed God himself to think that you can lay down with the animal. That's gross. Anyway, do what you will, though. This is twice dead energy coming out in a really big way. But anyway, some of you all, either somebody has cancer or an actual cancer sign, whether whoever's upright or not, for any given person watching these videos, they're around something going on. Okay? Somebody's friend really ain't somebody's friend, or you are a friend, and something needs to be protected for upright purposes. But somebody's wearing a poker face out here because they trapped in some crap. God says somebody is going to get charged for some stuff, then praise God for doing that for somebody, because somebody's very dangerous out here. Very dangerous. All right, let's go on to the next set of people. Give me just a second. I'm going to skip the rune. I'm not going to pick a rune for you guys. I just don't feel led to. You got enough information there. All right, air signs. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It says that the love of money is the root of all evil, and many have erred through the faith and have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. People money hungry and don't realize it's going to kill you. Show me air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius connections. What's going on with them? You'll love. So there's the tower. It's coming down. This is very important energy when the tower comes out in that deck. Okay? It's a paradigm shift. This could be a destructive energy. It is for some people's cases. The water reading was, my God. Show me more information. I'll look up underneath these decks when I get done here. Show me water. This is knowledge. There could be an eyewitness to something here with that tower being here for you all. Your family just came out real strong with water connections as well for some of you all. But your home, somebody's home could be bugged. It's also showing up with those two cards. Somebody knows somebody's sick out here. Something poisonous is out here. Hospital energy was showing up really strong in the earth reading as well. Bad health of some sort is out here. If that is cancer, then cancer energy just came out in the water reading like I just said. Toxic. It is toxic. Somebody's dying here, folks. Okay? Maybe somebody's kid is dying. It's up underneath that. Somebody's just very toxic with that child connection somewhere on something that's taking place, folks. Anyway, that water reading was extremely toxic reading. Show me air. Unseen. Somebody could be, so those of you who are dealing with the sex fiend maniac that comes out all the time, wants to jump in bed with you, they are toxic. They do have sex diseases to death. Okay, they have STD that is very toxic. It's uncurable. Something unseen is here. Then something is unseen even on your towers as well, with a child, with something that's just unhealthy. For those of you who are not dealing with literal physical health issues, your soulmates are here underneath this toxic stuff. It shows right here. Okay? You have something about honoring underneath this house. If something's toxic, somebody don't honor. And then timing to something is going on. Show me air. Toxic. They're trying, this jumped out in the reverse. We already know it's toxic because we already know lies are going on. Somebody's trying to reheal or said that they were wanting to reheal, but it's not. They're really angry. Salty energy is out here. Okay? And there's a lot of drama around somebody's house out here for a long time, or because of some nonsense is going on the towers and things at the top of nations and stuff like that. It is toxic. You got toxic twice. Blocked. Two-faced. Shattered is underneath that. Something is toxic out here with your connections. Or that's you. Angry, petty nonsense going on. Because somebody won't or can't be upright. Let's get into it. What is all this out here for? What do they need to know about? There is a maladministration. That's a maladministration card. This it's toxic out here, folks. Around headship nonsense. Okay? And the Judgment card also came out in the reverse. So the word rich, or somebody's name could be Richard. The R and the CH are here. The chair. Is it the Congress chair? Probably is. Anyway, this is a harsh judgment. This is a maladministration. The head of household, just in general energies, is also out here. But the headship of something is out here putting a judgment. And it's coming from the heavens. This is high arcana coming out here. Because something stupid, gross, and toxic out here around somebody's child, or somebody obviously has never grown up in their mind. And somebody needs to block somebody and move on from a situation, or you're going to be able to, because somebody is going to be charged because it said so. There are children out here. The Strength card is also a child card, and then the Judgment card is also a headship. So somebody's in headship, their child's involved in some crap out here. God's saying so today. And we don't give a rip about your kid because you don't care about them. They're a murderer. They've caused crazy nonsense to go on even throughout our nation. They shall be removed. Your name ain't that great if you're not going to get your kid under control. That's specific, folks, because I'm dealing with a murderer. King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, and for some of y'all, this is that stupid preacher. Because the Queen of Wands was in the reverse today as well. Could be a strong Leo with that Strength card. Could be anybody. But this is somebody out of control out here. This is the pimp. This is a sex maniac. Okay, this is the pervert. Thinks all that in a bag of chips. Look, the love of money is the root of evil. Greed. Greed. Kill you. Real big and bad. Angry because of the fraudulent stuff that's out here. Because they don't want to be judged for taking it. But you are. You're the narcissist. Narcissist was in the fire and the earth reading. You don't get to take somebody else's things and call it yours and do it for sex. Sorry. Sorry. You are greedy. They are a third party to somebody. There's the Queen of Pentacles. Whoever's here. All my cards are up. I'm just looking up underneath the deck. But somebody is really not your friend, is really not in unity, really wants you to be biased of something out here. They're infected with something real toxic. They're willing to bite you after they get what they want because they don't give a rip about even their self. What's in the hidden space here? This woman's in the hidden space. Your house is here in this reading twice. Okay, this is your soulmate and the family was just there. And so any person of a darker ethnicity is connected to something going on with leadership, children, preachers, somebody flipping toxic, angry, and crazy with a bunch of drama that they've caused on these towers. Okay? This showing up together, because in this deck, the tower has a meaning of altering time. They're back to back in this deck. And somebody has been altering stuff because it was really showing up in the fire and earth reading. The phones and stuff were there and being sneaky and stuff. Anyway, this woman is out here. If you're upright, you are. If you're not, then you're not. This is about using your intuition. What else is in the hidden space? The mice. Okay, the word mice came out today in the general. This is trappings and anxiety and lies and thievery, and because the love of money is out here around some people. They sit here like this, thinking that they have a right to take something that don't belong to them. No, you don't. Go to hell. What else is out here? The child. If this is an interracial child, because in this deck we have lighter and darker skinned people. So who is in any ethnicity like this, or it can flip flop. If the mother's a lighter skin, the child, you can flip flop it. But there is ethnicity, something's going on here with something, with the situation, with the third party that somebody has done around money stuff. For whatever reason why somebody did something that they did, there's danger out here. If this is surgery, then somebody's got surgery. Okay, again, the child is here twice. Your house is here twice. Money crap is out here around something that somebody has done. The big fortune cards underneath this kid as well. Somebody don't really care. There's danger around somebody out here with your connections. Okay? They're real pierced through. And we just don't care. I don't care. Somebody's hand's going to be forced in the matter. Okay? And there's the animal keeps coming out anyway. We get dirty rats this time. The doggy in the pet store just came out. Show me more information. They are going to go to jail. Somebody's getting a harsh judgment for the crap that they've done. They're going to go sit their butt down in jail and die there or something because they're wicked. To press the palm, to tame, to bow the body, to crush something. A judge, if this is a judge, then a judge is involved in something. They would specifically probably be a Democrat. Because it came out in the fire reading. You do have fire out here. I'm just making the connections. It says somebody that you love is coming towards you today. You might love them, but somebody's a liar in the mix of something, folks. Somebody really is gone in their mind. They're toxic. They really ain't who you think that they are. And for some of y'all, this might be your kid. Third party. And they want to do a bribe. And it's going to be exposed. There's the police at the bottom of it. Good. We're getting justice, folks. We're getting justice. People they're just ridiculous anymore. We're going to get justice. A boss is out here. This is incredible. The train, was it in this deck or was it in the, I don't know if I pulled it up in the screen. I think it was the water reading. There was a picture of a train there. You got a train connection? Then you do. Some type of transportation is out here. There are better days that are ahead. The Most High also says to pick a side because Jehovah's judging something. He's got the judge out here. He is going to judge something. Jehovah's going to deliver from this. So you just need to trust something that's trying to go on. Okay? Because there's a maladministration that's going to go to jail. Somebody's going to be known for what they are. They're getting judged really hard. And their whole household, I guess. Because the house is out here. Or that person and their child. Or however it's going on. They're not going to be the boss of nothing anymore. Because they're breaking the flipping law out here. This is also a judgment card. God's going to take it and just chop this head completely off because it's crazy. It's flipping crazy out here. They're nuts and they're a pervert because of their bribery. If you're brand new, obviously you should know better to take money and to go do something wicked on another person because that'll happen to you and you'll lose your soul in the process of shaking hands with somebody. Okay? But God says that bribery brings perversion. This person is a pervert. They do things with kids because child trafficking also came out. Why would we think that they'd love their own kid? It's craziness. God's judging some. So those of you who have been affected by some nonsense out here secretly, God says there's better days ahead for us. We have fraud. It is. They're sitting here. They love it. They don't give a rip. And they're going to go to jail. They're guilty. Fraudulent things. Something's unfolding. It's also a children rune. It's real big out here. It also tells you to trust. And God brought out scripture saying he's going to deliver, so just trust. The letter F came out. The letter the letter P. This is the dice box. So we just had the little gambler card that just showed up in the, I think it was the water reading, wherever it was. If somebody is a gambler, then I guess they are. That's a clue to something around something that's going on out here. This is also about making peace. Those of you who are going to get some justice and something's taking place with people and you are genuine and God's going to bring some better days for you to make true peace with people. But the false peace that's around people and people are trying to do some stuff for money, those people are getting cut by God. He is judging something out here today. So the letter P, that's an exposure of something because it's the star card. This is strategizing, and somebody is strategizing and calculating things and stuff like that. And this is enchantment. And you don't need to be enchanted by this freak, this fool. Okay? Because they are trying to come back around. The DH together or the TH together is out here. Along with the F and the P, the J, the A, the CH, the R came out. That's it. All right, I send you all love and light. I'll try to be back later, Lord willing. Otherwise, until next time, stay in peace. Shalom.